All right. All right. All right. First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, honor, and great glory to the Heavenly Father through His only begotten Son, Yahweh,
Yahweh
Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai,
Shai,
Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Rachah.
Hakadah.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth and truth and its sincerity. All right. In this particular video, we're just going to be going off various topics. We're going to hop straight into it because there's a lot going on in this world. We got wars and rumors of wars. We got Russia locking ass with Ukraine. China talking about taking over Taiwan. That's one of them rumors of wars. That we got actual war going on between Russia, Ukraine, Iran, Israel, and America has been officially drugged into the war. So America's over there in the Middle East right now, and we have a lot going on with that war here in the United States as well. All right. And also within that, we're going to bring up a famous precept, and it's going to cover everything that we just, matter of fact, hey, brother, can you just bring that out real quick?
Matthew 24, the top.
6, start at 6, Baba Kashan.
Right. Yeah, and also America on some bullshit too. They continuing to be ancient Rome like how they was in ancient Rome, just trying to create total dominance and rule over all territories of the earth. Trump just mentioned that he's trying to name the Strait of Hormuz an American territory.
Yep. Just like he did the Gulf of Mexico. He switched it into the Gulf of America. So now
Right.
he's on it like that. He's trying to make it like, but you know, Iran is not. See, I'm looking at it right now. As a matter of fact, what you just said, like he's claiming the Straits of Hormuz. See, but that's nothing but market manipulation. Because when he says that, what happens is the markets go down for oil. We're supposed to be having like gas prices increase right now. But when he talks about them having a negotiation or the Straits of Hormuz is open, what happens is the prices per barrel on oil start to drop. So people got the illusion like shit is not bad right now. But hey, they said that America only got 20 days of gas left and 32 days of diesel left as a cushion. And if nothing changes in that amount of time, then America's about to suffer a shock that's about to have a normal average bonehead out here looking like, yo, how the fuck I'm gonna eat? Salakia, brother, you got it.
All right. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
That's right. Like we was just getting into. We seeing actual wars happening right now between Russia and Ukraine, between Israel, America, and Iran. And we're hearing rumors of wars also. We're hearing China about to take over Taiwan. And Taiwan is an ally of America. So America has to get into that war as well. And China said what? when they take over Taiwan, they're going to cyber attack America and take out all the electrical grid, all the water treatment facilities, all medicine, all communication, all transportation, because they know America's going to come to the aid of Taiwan. So they want to shut all that down. So right now we seeing prophecy jumping off of the page. You got it, brother. Thing.
All right. And see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
I think you missed like the pestilence and the famine.
You told me to start at 6, right?
Yeah. Oh, so slap.
Yeah. So reading on, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
That's right. So what we're seeing right now is nations coming against nations. And when you get into the word nation, it gets into the word ethnos, which gets into ethnicity. So we're seeing nations come against each other, and that's going to be a race war. We see that brewing right now. All right. And we see war nations, actual countries already locking ass with each other. But the brother was saying something before we clicked on. He was saying Indonesia got hit with like an earthquake with Hey, brother Kadar, you bring that out?
Yeah. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a,
And this is going to bring.
big earthquake.
Yeah, so it says dozens dead and hundreds flee after
Ooh.
powerful earthquake hits Indonesia. A powerful magnitude 7.7 earthquake struck the coast of the Indonesian island in Florida Saturday morning, killing at least 47 people,
Phew.
damaging buildings, and forcing residents to flee their homes.
You see? So this is happening, and what the brother just read, and earthquakes in diverse places. Like this, you ain't really seen shit yet, but this is prophecy jumping off of the page.
Right.
100% of what the brother just brought out is happening right before your eyes. But our people, they got eyes, but they see not. They got ears, but they hear not. They rather go shake they fucking ass on the internet, go do drugs, or chase after their creature comforts. They rather do that instead. But meanwhile, we have shit popping around this earth. All right. Hey, brother Kadar, can you get Jeremiah 45 and 50,
Gotcha.
Baba Kasha? Meanwhile, we got what shit popping off in the Middle East, and it's affecting over here. We was just speaking about how 7 U.S. states has been hacked by Iran, their water treatment facilities. Right now, they're saying Iran is trying to poison the water here in America, and then it moved to 7 states to 12 states,
Oh, yeah.
and New Jersey is one of them, man. And hey, bro, but motherfuckers rather just like, yo, if it's not in my state, I don't care. That's Jake mentality. If it ain't right up on me, I don't give a fuck. Jake gotta have the destruction gotta knock on Jake's door and whip his ass for him to start thinking.
Right.
That's right. And
But
that
the
one
state,
verse, in verse 7, it's like 5 particular things that's happening right now according to prophecy that is mentioned in verse 7. You got the nations against nations, that's the race wars. You got the kings against kings, kingdoms against kingdoms. All right, that's these different countries
mm-hmm,
and their leadership.
mm-hmm,
And then you also have the pestilence and the famines. And the famines is going according to the cyber terrorism, like how you mentioned with the water terror strikes that
mm-hmm.
was attacking the water. As far as the cyber terrorism goes, it could shut down transportation, the export, import, and export
Yep,
as well. The
yep,
trucking is ran by the
yep.
internet, and the pestilence. You got these diseases that's hitting New York right now. The Legionnaires and something else called something which starts with a C. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's a part of the pestilence. All
Dang,
right. And
yeah,
now you got the earthquakes, Colombia and Indonesia.
Right. And they both was in 7 in the past, and that happened on the 10th. And you got today. And today's what, the
Yeah,
15th?
yeah,
That's on the
dang,
10th.
back
It's
to
about 5
back.
days apart.
yeah,
Yeah, consecutive prophecy
yeah.
rolling
Right.
down the pipeline.
And hey, but our people can't see that because the truth was given to the elect and the rest were blinded. It's like somebody got to be 2/3. Like, hey, and we see our people. They don't give a damn. I mean, scroll through your internet. I mean, your YouTube feed or whatever. You see Jake shucking and fucking jiving, doing everything that they don't need to do. All right. But hey, they're not focusing on privacy and getting a. So whoever's may stumble across this video, get yourself right. All right, we're in the time that Esau has things set up in such a way that only one catastrophe gotta happen before he really can bring forth in his new world order agenda. This is why Trump posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, a post where he's pressing a big red button on the earth and saying the earth's greatest reset. So this is a reason he's doing shit like this. A president. It's because he and I saw this one video that a guy said somebody in the upper echelon, dealing with the elites, told him basically he can wild out 2026 because in 2027, before that or in it, a big catastrophe is going to happen that's going to make everything like nobody's going to care about anything, and that's possibly being a cyber attack. Don't forget what Klaus Schwab had said back in like 2019 or some shit. He was like, a cyber attack is going to happen. It's going to be worse than CV1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said it's going to be worse than that. He said it's going to make that shit look like a walk in the park. And if you remember when them days or whatever, you was to go outside to work or whatever, it was nobody the fuck outside. It was like businesses would shut the fuck down. You barely saw squally out that bitch.
Right.
So if it's going to be worse than that, pay attention to what the FBI is telling you then. All your electric, they said grid down situation. What is a grid down situation? That's not electrical grid. That's water. That's everything that you know right now. Oh, done. Finito.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't know how to start a fire, that's why the Lord say what? Pray not your flight be in the winter, because that shit going down, cuz.
That's right. And that's also going to bring about the era of the chip. Because it's only going to be one central system that they're going to be using that chip with. So it's controlled conflict, bro. Like the Hunger Games. You seen how everybody in all regions was struggling, but it was a Chaldean state of place for the elite.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they trying to bring it. They trying to bring controlled conflict, to depopulate, the population and everything, but for that sole purpose to bring the souls to Satan.
Right, you said that chip, right?
It's like,
I'm gonna back you up.
We only got one mainframe system. You see, they opening up data centers around everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the word data center every time you turn on the news, because that's going to be the main place to do commerce with everything. Everything is going to be done through that main brain, that mainframe.
Right.
That one system. And that's what they're working towards right now. Trump knows that this place is about to go to hell and high water, but he's ushering it into that point. And that's going to be the conflict that they needed. The crisis that they needed is they're going to use other countries as the proxy. Like, yo, they hit us with a cyber attack, so it's only one mainframe. Y'all all got to use this one currency system. And there you go. There goes the chip. Like script says, it's not yet the end. It says it is what it says, but the end is not yet. And then also in verse 7, it speaks about all these prophecies that come down the line. All these things is bringing to the point where we get to where the shit is real. When is you down with the Lord, or is you down with Satan with that MOTB situation?
That's right. Like all of this is leading to the MOTB, like the brother was saying, man. Yeah. And they got shit set up to a point that only thing they really need. Shalom, Saquon, Shalom. Yabashina Sabrakata.
Shalom.
Shalom.
With us.
Shalom.
Shalom.
I can't really see Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, y'all watch that Shalom. But yeah. Hey, they got shit set up in such a way that only thing they really need is one catastrophe, one big thing that happened, and they can roll out that system. And like the brother was saying, with these cyber attacks and shit happening, with Klaus Schwab even talking about it, like they can destroy the old system and be like, well, we can't prove who you are or what's in the old system. The old system has been wiped out. That's done with. We're on to a whole brand new system. And to start this, we got to start with your digital footprint. So we're gonna need you to take this, goddamn it, that MOTB, and we're going or this may start with a digital ID. However he roll it out, but all roads lead to the MOTB. This is Psalms 21:11. For they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device. which they are not able to perform. Right. So when you get into the device that really get into the plots, they plans, they ploys, they undertaking. And their undertaking is what? The NWO, the New World Order. So even when you get on the back of the dollar bill, it says Novos Ordos Seclorum, New Order of the Ages, which is New World Order. And on top of it, it says Anuap Coeptus, which means he favors with success, or he favors their undertaking. So when you even get the mischievous device gets into undertaking. So they imagine the mischievous device or undertaking or plot a plan against us, then they're not going to be able to perform it. And that's what the NWO, which is to chip the population and destroy really Israel, and to chip the rest of Israel and only have 500,000 people be on the earth. And we can get deeper into what they really want to do and navigate space and all that other shit. But, you know, I prove the point.
Hey, quick free. Yeah, man, like what they conjuring up right now, they make it sound like it's going to benefit us. Oh, if we have a cyber attack, we got something in play for that. But they don't realize that. Well, the sheep don't realize, the mass don't realize that they creating a problem to bring about a solution, which is a messed up solution, because it's making
Mongolian dialectic
side with Satan. But this is the quick pre I was bringing up. This is Proverbs 12:10. It says, a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. So Esau is the wicked, and what their solution to a blackout or cyber attacks is to bring out this MOTV. So it's not really benefiting us; it's really bringing about damnation to the Most High's children, because 2/3 of them is going to take that shit, man.
Right.
So it's like a means to the end. The means to the end is like beneficial to Satan, not to the Lord's people. You know, it's not going to do you any good to take that chip. It may feed you, it may clothe you, all right, but you're losing your soul.
Right. Hey, let me add, that's a beautiful point, because Esau's going to have it where, so what this devil is using is gradualism. You know what I mean? So he's gradually, see, all other kingdoms tried the New World Order. You know, the Greeks tried it, the Romans tried it. Going back to the Tower of Babel, they all tried it and they all failed. And they would have failed anyway, regardless of how they tried it. But when they all tried it, they tried to force it onto the people. You know, like when Antiochus Epiphanes tried to, that devil came, tried to Hellenize, Israel, make them eat pork and all that. So they and try to like Hellenize put the whole world under one order. So all nations really tried that, because that kind of end all rebellion. See, if everybody's the same, one big ass America, for example, it's like, yo, who is no other country to rebel, because we all one. But the Lord shut that shit down during the Tower of Babel, and he gonna shut it down again, because it's only gonna be one New World Order, and that's under Yahushua. Because when Yahushua come back, and he gonna destroy this world and set up in the other nations, they gonna have to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahushua. So that's the only New World Order that's gonna be set up. And this is why I'm saying, as long as there's men on earth, there will always be wars. But we know that's not true all the way, because when the kingdom's set up, there's going to be no more wars. But that saying is true to a certain degree, because men always going to find another reason to go at another man, or to take another man's shit, or to have odds, because that's just that testosterone. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so as long as there's men on earth, there will always be war. So you ain't going to be able to set up no new world, because it's going to be too many differences, amongst religion and shit like that. So you're going to need a powerful enough being. You're going to need somebody that's so powerful to come back to set up a new world order. That's Yahweh Shai. Because once Yahweh Shai destroy these motherfucking armies of the earth and these different kings and different nations, and people see that, they gonna be like, man, fuck Allah, all of these different gods. They just gonna remember it said every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess that Yahweh Shai is Lord. So once they see the power that the Lord come back with, they gonna be like, man, you got it. Like you got it. But this devil, he's trying to gradually ease his NWO in. And that's why, he got rid of the Dave and Buster's. I mean, he got rid of the quarter arcades and brought in what? Dave and Buster's. That's what? Swipe. Then he got rid of the laundromats. I mean, the quarter laundromats. Some of them still around, but now a lot of them is what? Card.
Yep.
And you swipe. So that's all what? That's all what? Gradualism. Even with the video game, the food stamps. They got they done away with the cash stamp. Remember the Monopoly food stamp money?
Mm-hmm.
Well, used to it looked like fake money, but you could really buy.
Switch it to the card.
It was a stamp. It was a food stamp coupon book.
Right.
It was like a book that you pull the papers out, the coupons out. But they just recently forced me to stop taking a paper check. Starting September, they was like, no more paper checks. You got to get a direct deposit. Money going on to the card.
Damn.
They forced me.
And then with the EBT, they got the chip. Well, they use the swipe, and now they got the chip. And now when you go buy stuff, they don't let you swipe no more. They said you have to tap. I mean, they don't let you swipe if their machine is down or something. Because I tried it once. It was like I swiped my card because on the card you got the black barcode. I swiped, then you also got the tap. I said, "Fuck it, I ain't going." I was in Home Depot getting a small item. I was like, "I ain't going to tap. I'm gonna just swipe." That shit declined it. And and the lady came over because with self checkout, there's always somebody there to kind of monitor. Yeah, she came over like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I'm trying to pay for it," and I kept trying to swipe. She was like, "No, you got to tap." I was like, "What if I want to swipe?" She was like, "You can't swipe. You have to tap." So they just the point is Esau, he's dealing with gradualism, and basically he's trying to ease the NWO in to where people is using it and people is doing it and people have already accepted it without the threat. Because when you think about it, and that's clever to a degree on a demonic tip, because why, if people going to rebel against the New World Order, we know that, but why have the whole society rebel? If you could get most of the people to take it, get whoever you could to take it, let them take it. Don't force it on the people too early. If you force it on the people too early, you're going to have a bigger rebellion than if you just gradually ease it. So if you got, for instance, you got 100,000 people and 60,000 of them going to take the MOTB, if you give out goodies with it, let the 60,000 take it. Don't have 100,000 and just force the whole 100,000 to take it, and only 20 of them take it because you're forcing it on them, and they all rebel and kick up on you. So if you could get the mass majority of the population to take it and agree with it, and you give out a bunch of goodies and shit with it, you could have less of a population of rebellion to deal with than if they didn't take it. And that's at the get a quick preset, Baba Kashan, give it back. Give me Revelations 12, and at the end, I think it said, and the dragon was wroth with the woman.
All right, it's Revelations 12 and 17 that we read. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach.
So, and that's key. Now that happened in 70 AD, you know, once they chased us out and came back down, and whoever was in the land got held off into slavery and slaughtered. But it says what? But there's also future prophecy. It said the dragon was mad at the woman. You know what I mean? And went to make war with the remnant of her seed, but not anybody. Those who held the commandments of the Most High and the testimony of Yahushua, which is what? The testimony of Yahushua, according to Revelation 19, is the spirit of prophecy. So those who had the testimony of Yahushua, that's who they want to come after, because it's like, yo, how we gonna set up our new world order when these niggas telling people they gonna die from taking the MOTB? Know what I mean? They out there, even if we not on the corners, we still gonna be spreading the word, and people gonna be shook about taking that. And it's like, yo, if these dudes constantly giving out warnings and warning people, and people scared and they cutting their hand trying to take it out, and people like, nah, I heard you gonna take that, Jesus gonna kill you, and motherfuckers shook, they gonna be like, yo, these Israelite niggas is a fucking problem, and they're a threat to our new world order, and they're gonna be forced to have to do something with us. Because there's no way you're gonna have people taking MOTBs and, you know, we in camp like, oh, y'all motherfuckers, you know what that means? Yo, and people like, oh, for real? My pastor told me. And the population Esau don't need that. That's the last thing Esau needs. That's why you can't even say chip, or like I just said, but like you can't, we got to say MOT. You can't even use that word on mainstream media. And that's how, and that shit is, it's here, but it's not, Esau not pushing it full stream and mandating it yet. But Esau got it on the
Salak, the DOD, they got us brothers on their radar. So when they implement their plans, they gonna come for us, bro.
Now they got to, because Israel is a major threat. They know we're not a threat to society, because they would have been locked us up as far as violence and shit like that. But they know as far as information-wise, what they trying to do with their NWO, they know like niggas is a major threat to that.
Yeah.
And especially that MOTB.
Like you just said, that we gotta use code words and shit. You see how you said we gotta use code words? It ain't even gonna be safe no more on the internet, period. Like, brothers, they coming to your door. They came to our door already just to give us a preview. Like, yeah, y'all on our radar. And this ain't about no silly little stunt that happened in Jersey. We just letting y'all know that y'all one of the main camps that put that fire to the fuel, man. You know, what y'all be saying is alerting the nobles, you know? So these people don't realize that they don't got very long that they're going to get the prophets to come out here and give them this food via the unicorn. They don't got a long time for that. What we got going on right now, it seems like it's like a low-level underground circuit. Like we was out there more stronger, more vibrant, but it's low key, like it's dying down because the Lord is gonna close the door of repentance on y'all. Y'all not gonna get the prophets to come out here to warn y'all to that point. 2 reasons: we gonna be snatched up, and the Lord just gonna stop us from going out. You understand? So now is the time that you want to take this fruit, this oil, and use it instead of just looking for the next Israelite debate or some dumb shit.
Right, God.
It's a small umbrella that you could get under to protect you, man. The apostles were saying that, you know, a lot of Israelite camps don't even go out no more.
Right.
Only GMS. And the other,
I saw that camp. You know, he said brothers got tired. You know what I mean? And like, you know, like basically ran out of gas type shit.
He said there's probably like 4 or 5 other camps that don't have GMS under their name, but follow the guidelines of GMS that's still out there. And I consider us one of them. Because it ain't GMS in the center of our name, but we follow the guidelines, you know? And other than that, you don't even be seeing people like that on the internet or when we travel throughout the states.
I got a precept before we get to. Okay, Slack, you got it.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, this is Isaiah 55:6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near.
That's right.
Hey, to touch on that. Hey, see, that's what they need. Our people need to do that right now, but there's so much creature comforts going, things to do here in Babylon. Hey, they rather do that. Like you say, they got tired. But I'm pretty sure they didn't get tired of what they want to do, they pleasures. Pretty sure they didn't get tired of that. But you get tired of what? Waiting on the Lord. So you got a time limit on the Lord, but the scripture says, woe to them who has lost patience. A mug that got a time limit on the Lord where you sitting there like, yo, if he don't come next year, I'm done, cuz. Like, you know what I mean? That's not how you do. But I don't want to get too far from the point on what the brother was talking about, the MOTB, and how this truth is a threat to Esau. And I want to just hop right back on that because Esau know deep inside what? That when this truth is spread to the four corners, it's a wrap for him. So he's in active war against the prophets because we're in direct opposition to his New World Order agenda. All right.
I got that precept on the four corners.
Come.
This is Matthew 24:14.
Yeah.
And the gospel of the kingdom and this gospel, meaning not this bullshit gospel that's surrounding Christianity, but this gospel, the one he taught, what we teaching, of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
And then shall the end come. So the truth is a direct threat to him. So when he trying to get his New World Order agenda off, and we saying scriptures like this. We saying this, 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. When his device is actually his plot, his plan, his ploy, his undertaking, the NWO, we exposing it. He like, nah, we got to get these niggas off the street. We got to get them off of the internet. So this is why he's passing legislation too, to stop the truth. I believe Elder Tazawam, he had put a video out. I think it was him. Oh, no. It was Bakwar Moff's brother. I believe. Yeah, he said what? He said Trump made an announcement saying that he's making a task force to round up people that criticize Israel. So this is I was getting, because the prophets are a direct threat to his New World Order agenda, and we're not ignorant of his devices. How he gonna go about that? We already know he's gonna get people to mentally accept it. First, it's gonna be the technology, the mentality, then the reality of it, right, Saquad? Hey, that's how they go.
Hey, man, you can't be. Nah, you right.
Yeah.
But right quick, he saw in the trick bag, man, because look, he think to push his NWO to take us off the street corners, but as soon as you put your hands on us, that's going to speed things up. Because, me and Yaakov was going over the Revelations 12. It says what? He shall do what he want for 350 years. So after 1970, he had to rule a certain way. See, you could put your hands on Jake long as they sinning. But when Israel is dealing with their power, they calling on the name of their God, you don't want to fuck with them. Because as soon as you put your hands on us and we start calling upon the name of the Lord, and we start, and the chariots start hovering and start fucking your kingdom up even faster. See, Esau knows the history. He knows, in the past, any nation that fucked with them, when they was sinning, they was out. Did y'all ever find out in Judith? When cause it kind of say when they were sinning, I think it was 9:25, but it says when they were sinning against their God, you could fuck with them. But when they wasn't sinning, you can't fuck with them. And Esau knows that. So that's why he do all that shit to the 2/3. So Esau know, like, damn, nah. If I roll on them Israelites, man, the Most High gonna come down and fuck my whole shit up. And he probably know, nah, it's best to leave him alone, or it's best to fight Israel with Israel. Meaning, like, I'm gonna buy a few camps out and have the fake Israelites go against the real ones. But as far as me coming down and trying to, like, swoop down on them, and then niggas start saying Yahusha, and start putting curses on me and start teaching niggas in the jail a word and shit like that. Now niggas coming to court saying Yahusha gonna kill you to the judge and shit. Esau don't really want all of that shit, man. So Esau kind of, he's in a trick bag to, like, get us out of there, but he want to be careful too, not to touch us.
And the mighty one's ready to go. You saw that video? Y'all saw that video of the Los Angeles? Oh, all right, go ahead.
One second, brother. He got that Judith. Read that. Because I've been looking for that since last week. Yeah, he got it.
The book of Judith, chapter 5, verse 17. And while they sin not before their God, they prosper.
Yeah, he said, while they sin not before they God, they prosper. And that's the key to our people doing anything prosperous. You got to get back right with the Most High first. And that's why I hate these generational wealth niggas and these niggas, different niggas out here. Because all that shit sound all right, but, like, nigga, you forgot the one major step. That we the Israelites, and the reason we fucked up is because we sinned against the Lord. And the Lord didn't send us here to live next to the white man and have little crumbs and shit. The Lord set us up to be kings of the earth. So the shit y'all niggas talk about, yeah, it's little Mickey Mouse shit. This is how you handle the money and get a house here. You know what I mean? Get you an LLC and nigga, we did that shit on the Black Wall Street and all of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the major thing is to get back with the Most High, and he will put everything back in its proper order. Read that again.
And while they sin not before their God, they prospered, because the God that hated iniquity was with them.
Read on.
Verse 18. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them,
which is the law, statutes, and commandments, in the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Read on.
They were destroyed in many battles, very sore.
Yeah, so there you go. So that's the see, but now we coming back 2/3 not. So Esau can have his way with them niggas. We put curses on them niggas. Fuck them niggas,
right?
Because they don't want to repent. But as far as the brothers that's trying to get right and do right by the Lord, Esau got to be careful on how he move on us. Because once we start calling on him and he's moving on us, the Lord you kind of force the Lord's hand to ride on you.
I got a precept for you.
Y'all got it. So I just wanted to bring that up.
Just to back you up real quick.
Precept, I was going to say how the mighty ones is encamped around us on a daily basis. Y'all saw that video in 2024. The Los Angeles camp had one of the
the angel, with the turban on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that.
No, I ain't see that.
Nah.
Yeah, big ass dude with a turban on. He had like super dark black skin, and he said nothing. He gave like a little salute when he left, but when they tried to find where he went, he just like vanished.
Yeah, so they gonna be there to protect us, in our time of need. But it's only for the elect, man. Like the prophets is out here for y'all, but the angels is out here for the prophets. That's all.
Like the scripture says, this thing got to speed up for the elect sake, because like the scripture says, if it didn't, no man should be saved. So this thing is going to be speeding up. Like all these things that's happening is going to start happening quickly.
Yep.
Quicker, my bad.
Yeah. Hey, it's just like those labor pains, because the scriptures talk about the labor pains. You know, when a woman having a baby, the labor pains is separate when they first start having them. But when they get closer to the baby being delivered, the labor pains come more frequently and they become more violent. They she feel them more until a baby is delivered. Yeah, the third. Well, y'all brothers got kids and shit.
Yeah, you got trimesters. The first trimesters to the third. The first one ain't gonna feel too hard, but then as they start getting to the end, they become more violent and more sudden. So basically, she on edge. She like, yo, I don't know when to chill, relax, nothing. This bitch might just come out of nowhere and hit. That's why the Lord says the trouble gonna come for the 2/3, like a woman in travail. So if you ever witnessed that shit, you like, yo, she on edge. She don't even want to relax. She's like, yo, I don't know, bow, just hit her, damn. And you like, damn, to witness that, that's how the trouble gonna come. But hey, Baba Kushai, I wanted to bring up a precept just to back you up. When you said that the Esau got to deal with the Lord's elect just a little different. He just can't march on you and touch you because in 1970, that was it. He only had that 3.5 centuries to fuck with us. Right. You know, after that, it's like the 2/3 ain't repentance or whatever. But the elect, so he knows this is Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against them. Right?
Right. Pull that up in the blue letters.
Got you.
Like, you got it. And go into that word standard. It's going to say to disappear.
Let me get it. Hold on. All right, this is in the blue letter, Isaiah 59:19, and you want me to get into
the word standard? Because brothers know the scripture, but it's like, what is the standard he gonna lift up? Because when he come in like a flood, that flood represents what? His troops. Because Esau got troops. Well, he got troops called Blackwater. He got they call storm troops, military storm. Yeah, Blackwater storm troops, the flood. Even like when the military's armies is beating and they send the first wave in, they be like, that's the first wave, that's the second wave, because when the troops come in, they flood out the whole shit.
Yep. And stormtroopers, like what you just brought up, storm.
Yeah.
Coming
so
like a flood.
It said when they come in like a flood. What's that word? Standard.
Standard is noose, and it means to flee, escape, to take flight, depart, disappear, to fly.
To fly. So that's when the spiritual power's going to come
start kicking in, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was going to try to get right. So the Lord going to lift up. See, he know that shit. Like when we watch Hancock and all that shit, if Esau come in and touch you, ain't no telling what the Lord might do. Like that first wave he sent and go test it out. So go touch him. Go yoke up the prophets real quick over there in Jersey. Hey, motherfuckers start getting the spirit in. Hey, rough them up. They start blinking at and the bullets start flying off. The Lord tell you fly off, peel off, or some Hancock shit. Hey, real shit. Hey, that's funny.
Yeah, right. Get to Isaiah 40:31.
Isaiah 40:31.
Yeah, those that wait upon the Lord.
I got you.
Because with the modern day technology Esau got, like, what could combat that? I mean, he got Terminators, drones, and shit like that. Right. So, what the Lord gonna have to put us on a higher level to you know what I mean? Because that shit is not like typical regular shit. So how is the Lord going, like the devil say, level the playing field? The Lord going to level the playing field with spiritual powers.
God. And you said 30 and 21?
40 and 31.
Oh, Slakia. 40 and 31. Slakia.
Because we can't forget about the spiritual powers.
That's right.
We got spiritual powers now on a low level.
Yeah, it's truth. Khan, this is a beautiful priest. It's Isaiah 40 and 31, and we read, But they that wait upon Yahweh shall renew their strength.
Yeah, and that's not talking about some you looking like fucking Kimbo Slice.
Yeah, you get
Or
muscles.
Ron Coleman or some shit. It said, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. Read on.
They shall mount up with wings as eagles.
They shall mount up with wings as eagles, meaning you're going to be able to fly. Read on.
They shall run and not be weary.
And that show you that's not the regular human body. Because you could take Noah Lyles, Hussein Bolt, motherfucker Sha'Carri Richardson.
Right.
Them motherfuckers the top runners, but they still what? They still get tired.
Right.
What human body you know that's going to run and not be tired? Even if you in a tip-top shape.
God.
So that's what? That's that spiritual power.
Right.
Read on.
And they shall walk and not faint. Yeah, that was it. Hey, if I could just add on to it real quick, Elder Kazak, down here in Mississippi, he said we'll be able to run like the Flash too. He added a little bit more onto that when he said they shall run and not be weary. He said you're gonna be having like super speed too. You're not just going to be able to fly, but you'll have super speed. And this is the type, what you were just getting into. This is not far-fetched because the Lord's going to level the playing field, like you said. Apache helicopters, Humvees, those who've been in the military, you see them stack on the door. It's pretty much slaughtered house for whoever's in the house. Like, you know what I mean? They did. So if they are stacked on an apartment complex, how I believe they're going to do, and they coming into an apartment complex and they got the road shut down to where niggas just can't run out. You can't hop the fence nowhere, nothing. They shutting it down. How are you going to get out? If the Lord wants you to get out, he'll give you spiritual power. Or if not, he'll give you a way like Elder Manat the Zakbar was saying. He might make you invisible. He might make you and your family in the corner.
That's what the word standard said. It said disappear.
Right.
He come in and you vanish.
Or you can still be there. You can still be there, but they won't see you.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all saw that, Salak, y'all saw that AI saga, The Great Separation? When Jake is getting spiritual powers? Check it out. It's called The Great Separation, where the world is dealing with the sun and all of that. And the sun caused Jake to get like spiritual powers. It's on the left hand. It's on the left hand side, but it's predominantly showing the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans getting their powers and going against the elite in this world. And it's talking about super speed, flying, all that spiritual powers. But a quick pre in Isaiah 13. Verse 3, it says, I have commanded my sanctified ones, which is the Israelites, the prophets, all right? And I have also called my mighty ones for thine anger, which is our angels, right? And even them that rejoice in my highness. So he's talking about the people, you know, the chosen people, but the people that believe in the Most High. All right, the people that worship the Most High and Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah to the point where they get those spiritual powers. All right, he commanded his sanctified ones, which will be the elect brothers of Israel. All right, and the mighty ones. So they all going to display those kind of spiritual powers, Lord willing, in the near future. All right, that's it.
Okay. That's what they make Flash off of. I mean, off of Israel. They made X-Men. Stan Lee, he said X-Men was based off of the Israelite, off of African American. I'm going to say how he quoted. He said, I made Stan Lee, the comic book nigga. He said, I made X-Men based off of the civil rights movement African Americans went through. Magneto was basically Malcolm X, and the Professor X was Martin Luther King. and it was based off of like blacks how we fought civil rights movement in the '60s. Then also we were talking about Star Wars. Me and Kadar Yoda. Yoda goes back to Yahweh, and the way because really it's not Yoda, it's Yahweh. And Yoda was like the top Jedi. You know what I mean? And the way he spoke, he would speak like so-called backwards. But that's really how the Hebrew is pronounced.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's a series of Star Wars called what? The Return of the Jedi. But really, it's Return of the Judite. But they call it the Jedi. And when you look at the Jedi, he got this glowing aura around him, like Bruce Leroy. Like when you look at Bruce, he got that glow around him. But it's really not called Return. You know, they tweak the words a little bit, but it's not Return of the Jedi. It's the Return of the Judite.
That's cold. Hey, that's cold.
Yeah.
Hey, can I add?
One of my favorite sagas. Star Wars saga is one of my favorites because that Jedi energy, man, and it's like a rebellion. It's like Israel is rebelling against this wicked aura of this world. You know, the Empire and the Sith represents the wicked, represents the elite, and the Jedi represents Israel. You know, and their power was as strong as, if not stronger, the Jedi was stronger than the Sith in the Empire.
But the Sith was bad than a motherfucker, though.
They were powerful.
But you remember too, Captain Planet.
Yeah.
Captain Planet was basically Yahweh Shai. But the way Captain Planet will have to come, all of the Planeteers will have to merge together. And that's when Captain Planet will pop up. So, and that's showing you that, like, what? When the elect, if I'm not mistaken, it was 12. Look up how many Planeteers it was on Captain Planet. I believe it was 12. And when all 12, and that's basically the 12,000 from each tribe, when all the elect is gathered together and all the elect come together, that's when the elect gets sealed, and that's what's going to usher in Yahweh Shai, Captain Planet. How many Planeteers there was? I believe it was 12.
You muted, brother.
I think it was 4.
Nah, hell no. It was more than 4.
Because it was earth, wind, fire, and water.
Okay. I'm thinking about something else. I'm thinking about another cartoon then. I probably be thinking about.
I don't know. I know Captain Planet had the element when they joined the elements. But look, the 4 winds is in the scriptures too, though.
Right. But that's what that's you know. You know what's crazy? It was about 4, but like that's the 4 corners, right? Because it says when the winds come from the 4 corners of the earth. When the winds and the Planeteers will come together from the 4 corners and merge Captain Planet. And how the song went: Captain Planet, he's a hero, gonna take pollution down to 0. And who's pollution? Pollution is fucking Esau. I will destroy them that destroy the earth. So pollution is Esau. Because Esau pollution was a little too powerful for the Planeteers. So that's when they were merged together and bring Captain Planet. And Captain Planet would come fuck pollution up.
And the villain of that cartoon was a fat Edomite, pig face looking Edomite.
See, hey, come on now, come on.
And Marvel made the biggest boss, the evil villain. What's his name? What's that fat nigga name? Kingpin.
Hey.
Fat Edomite.
even when you get into Sonic name is Maurice. His middle name is Maurice, and Elder Kazak was getting into it, how they really try to portray him as Jacob, who's his arch enemy, a white dude that with technology trying to make cyborgs and shit, and he's Robotnik. So yeah, they do that. Hey. So hey, a lot of people don't understand that Esau got spiritual powers too on the left hand side. Like his technology and shit, like to create a nuke, like that's a fucking, you know what I mean? Like Jeremiah, like Isaiah seeing that shit, man, it probably was like, what the fuck is that? Only thing he could say is a fiery flying serpent, seeing some shit like that. And then the shit scrolling up, the sky scrolling up. Hey, Esau got powers on the left hand side, so how we gonna combat that? So hey, I try to say to brothers, when you ask for, just to get like on a extreme spiritual side, for brothers that's seeking that type of lot, when you ask, don't have no type of wavering thoughts. Believe in that. Yeah, don't have that FUD, that fear, uncertainty, and doubt. A wise man taught me what that meant, you know? But yeah, that FUD demon, that fear, uncertainty, and doubt. You don't want that, because the Lord will fuck around and just not grant you or not honor your prayer. Because he likes that faith. Like your woman, you got a woman, you want her to have full faith and confidence in you, especially if she's asking you for something. So the same thing, you liken you Israel being likened unto a woman, a comely and delicate woman to the Lord. You need to have that faith and go to the Lord and ask what you want to ask, knowing that he gonna give it to you because he spoils you really on the low. So this is James 1:6, and we read, but let him ask in faith. If you ask the Lord something, ask in faith, nothing wavering. All right, don't be this way, that way, because it says, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with a wind and tossed. Right. So the Lord don't want you to waver. So tying this back to spiritual powers, if you know shit is getting hot and you want those spiritual powers, you want that lot, you might not even want to destroy niggas. You might want to heal brothers. You might want to help brothers escape. You might want to produce food, for multiply food or something. Then if that's the lot, ask for it and hold to it and have nothing wavering. That's that's what you gonna get. You standing on it. When you say amen at the end, or amen, how they say, that means let it be so. Right. That's how much faith. That's how much faith you know. Just don't say the words, understand them, right? So you know what I'm saying. Let it be so. That's how the Lord wants you to talk. It's like a drop mic moment. Let it be so. That's how much faith you got. That's about to happen. So you know. So that's all I had to say.
Hey, that's a faith booster right there. You know, that brother definitely gotta, have faith. And there's two forms of faith. You got like active faith and you got passive faith. So passive faith is, be still and know that I am the Lord. But then you got active faith when the lady said, only if I could touch the tip of his garment, I will be healed. Meaning like, yo, I'm going to do the smallest, you know what I mean? I have to bust a move. And I don't have faith in the move that I'm busting, but I'm going to bust the smallest move and have faith behind the move I make. Yeah. Or you can sit still and not do nothing and wait for, but you got to remember too, faith without works is dead. But this is when the spirit of discernment come in. You got active faith and you got passive faith. Active faith was like, yo, we just gonna go over here and let the Lord just do what he do when we go over there. Right. And the Lord got us anyway. You know what I mean? But you make passive faith is more like, yo, we're gonna stand right here and wait for a sign and just wait on the word of the Lord to find out what the next move is. We're gonna sit still and do nothing, regardless of what's going on around you. But in its truth, it's best to have both. To have passive faith and active faith. And it's good to exercise them both.
God. See, we gotta, and this is the example of that. When shit's popping off, People stacked on your door. You want to have that faith. Like you want to have that faith that shit's going, the Lord's going to protect you. This is why the scriptures talk about storing up your riches in heaven, not chasing a bag on earth, but storing your riches up in heaven. So when you're in a predicament and JT, you can ask for that spiritual withdrawal from that bank account. All right, you can ask that spiritual withdrawal. Hey, Lord, can you get me out of this? I'm type starving. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that the Lord had you. You know, so
I
that's
know he
pretty.
carry brothers this far. You know.
Right. Hey.
So you gotta remember to look at your personal life. Like, yo, the Lord carried me through some shit. I know me personally, I can definitely, from my walk, and my by the church say relationship with the Lord. I could say like, the Lord carried me this far, brought me through all kinds of shit.
Right.
Now we at the end of this shit kicking off. He gonna forsake me? You don't want to think like that. Right. I mean, so it says what? Let not thy sins weigh you down. Don't let your fuck ups in your past shit you done or did.
I'm gonna grip that.
Weigh on your spirit. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna get this and we gonna close up. Give me and I think it's look it up. It says as Satan beguiled Eve, so shall you be tested. Then get me in Genesis when Hagar when the angel opened Hagar's eyes to see the well.
I got that at Satan beguiled Eve.
Okay, read that for me.
There's a 2 Corinthians 11 in 3. But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicities that is in Yahweh Shai.
Right, so let's look at that. That's heavy. As Satan beguiled Eve. So how did he beguile Eve? He got Eve to focus on, remember, what did he say? All the trees that's in the garden you shall eat, but the tree that's in the midst of the garden you shall not eat. Right. So what did he get Eve to focus on? He got her to focus on lack. He got her to get out of, she had to block out all the abundance that was around her and focus on the one thing the Lord said she couldn't have. And that's what and that's how Satan gets you and fuck you up. He gets you to focus on lack. And that's what fuck a lot of men up. They be like, I ain't got this. I ain't got that. I ain't got shit. We fucked up out here. We ain't got that. And what Satan get them to do? He get them to try to take matters into their own hands to get what they lack. And they wound up losing what they wound up never getting what they chased after, and they wound up losing the shit they did have.
Damn.
And Satan just straight up fuck you. You know what I mean? Look at drug dealer niggas. They be like, man, I ain't got a car. I ain't got no new shoes. I ain't got no chain. I ain't got no rings. I'm fucked up out here. I'm falling off. I ain't got no woman. I ain't got no crib. If I do got a crib, I ain't got no furniture. Right? And the nigga be like, man, fuck that. Something gotta give, right? And he go out robbing and killing, and now what? He either get killed or he get locked up, and now all the shit he did have, his apartment, his woman, or the little shit he did have is now taken away from him. And now Satan, fuck you, but he get you to what? He get you to focus on lack.
Right.
But the Lord bless you with you got shit.
Right. Yeah. Everything.
You so used to seeing, and this applies spiritually and carnally. So, but you so used to seeing the things you got every day, you take it for granted and you look at it as it's not nothing. But the things that you got, you could use those things that you got And over time, it'll accumulate and you could get more things. But Satan try to get you to what? Jump the gun, and he try to get you to focus on lack. And that's why a lot of people be stressing. What the Lord say? He blessed them and said what? Be fruitful and multiply. But you got to think like, yo, he ain't give them shit. He did give him something. He shot him on the planet Earth and said, but he said the Lord blessed him and said, be fruitful and multiply. But when you think of that, it's like, yo, he gave them everything they needed to have to survive that was sufficient for them.
Right.
Hey, so, I got a preset for you, Squan.
Huh?
This for you real quick. This is Philippians 4:11, and we read, not that I speak in respect of what, for I have learned, in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. So
right, to be content and also be grateful and be appreciative, because shit could always be worse. But people always like to focus on lack and the things they don't have until where they can't even see the resources or the blessings that the Lord actually put in front of them. Right? Yeah. Like they overlook it, and they try to take matters into their own hands to get something that the Lord not trying to give you, or maybe not trying to give you at that moment. And Satan dangled a carrot and how you try to chase it, and you wound up losing everything. And so many street niggas fell by that. It's a damn shame.
Hey, in another version, the Berean Study Bible, it has it in a different way. It says, I am not saying this out of need, for I have learned to be content regardless of my circumstances.
And that's what Jake got to learn to be. Because guess what? Bad times don't last forever.
Right.
Neither do good times. It's just seasons in your life that fade.
Right.
And that's the same thing in the truth. You're going to have high points to where you feel like you got Superman faith. Then you're going to have low points where you feel like your faith is weak. You're going to feel like you're on top of the world in this truth. You're going to feel like you're falling out. You're going to feel like you King David or the Lord's dealing with you. And there's times you're going to feel like the Lord ain't dealing with you, probably King Saul or some shit, right? So, or he stopped dealing with you. But you got these peaks and times in your faith, but seasons always pass. You just have to ride it out. It's just like wintertime, right? If we stay cold long enough, guess what? It's eventually it'll turn into spring.
Right.
Say we in the side of the planet, right? We are the side of the planet. We don't know, like, as long as we're in the Antarctica somewhere, right? But we in the side of the planet, we don't know when it's going to warm up. But all we know that it eventually will warm up if we weather the storm.
Right.
So it's the same thing. Yeah, you have to endure. So life is seasons. Know what I mean? The truth is seasons. You have to endure. Like, you have to weather these storms. And if you just wait it out, know what I mean? Like, through patience. If you just wait certain things out, shit would eventually and gradually change. But even when it changed in your favor to a degree, guess what? Those good times ain't gonna fucking last forever. Shit gonna go back to what? Being back rough again. And then what? You just gotta weather the storm again.
Yeah, hey, Zaquan, if I can say it, it's like the Lord is for the elect, the Lord is like refining you and making you better, but you gotta catch hell.
Right.
Like it's like when you ever watch them blacksmiths make a sword. They put it in the fire, and that's that heat. You the sword, you start out as a lump of fucking metal, but in order to be shaped into that sword, you got to go through that heat, that fire, and be beat upon.
Right.
Like, you know, so when you get in that fire.
No, Salaki, go ahead.
Oh, Salaki. So when you get in that fire, you come out hot, especially when you first get into it. That heat is like a little intense, but then you start getting beat and morphed, And what happens? You get cooled off just a little bit. Then what happens right after? Your ass go right back in that bitch. and get right back out. Beat down again. And you cool off all the way until you've achieved the form your blacksmith wanted you to be in.
Right. You know what's like that too? Diamonds, because they formed under pressure.
Right.
And one of my favorite they right here. These girls, right? These my favorite gemstones.
He sent some of them to Mississippi, y'all. I'll put them on these, right?
They formed under so the way they form, like you would take these golden ones, right? But the way they form, you would take an oyster and put an irritant in it, and that irritant. So what the oyster would do is, since it's being irritated, it would put nectar around the irritant. You know, just like your immune system will attack something. So it swells up around and it swells up around the irritant, and it forms like a ball. And as it forms that ball, it eventually forms into a pearl. Now, some oysters, the inside of them is golden, and that's when you get the golden pearls from. So when it released the nectar, they call it nectar. When it released the nectar around the irritant, it forms actually into a pearl. So that shows you, like being beat upon, which is the sword, being put under pressure, which is the diamonds, and being irritated. Because, like, sometimes being in this truth, you become, like, highly fucking... It's not that you stress. It's not that you under pressure. It's just certain things. It's like, it's an irritation. You know what I mean? And you just got to deal with that irritation until you form into that pearl.
Right. I got a precept. Right. Because the Lord puts you through the fire of adversity. And he don't just do that for fun. He's trying to make you acceptable unto him. That's why he says acceptable men through the fire of adversity. See, he's trying to make you acceptable by beating upon you, throwing you through that heat, and taking you back out and back in. This is Ecclesiasticus 5, Salakia, I believe, second Ezra. Second Ezra.
5 and 5. 5 and 5.
What? Ecclesiasticus 5 and 5.
Yeah.
All right. No, I think it was. Hold on, 2 and 5.
2 and 5. 2 and 5.
Yeah, con. Hey, this is Ecclesiasticus 2 and 5, and we read the water. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Right. So the Lord, if he's dealing with you, he's actually putting you through that process of putting you through that heat, taking you back out, making you acceptable to him. And the quality of gold, or the attribute of gold, is when it heats up. You look at that slag or whatever that impurities, the other metals that it's mixed with. And if you get to if you go to Ezekiel, I believe chapter 17, 3 and 17, it talks about how the Lord is going to burn up brass, tin, everything, all the other weak metals. He's looking for refined silver and gold. So what's the characteristic of these things? When you heat them up, all of those other weak ass metals come to the top. And what is you gotta
be put under a certain amount of heat to be tested. Because if you take a fake ass gold chain and put a regular cigarette lighter to it, nigga, that shit ain't gonna test it, because that cigarette lighter fucking weak as hell. You gotta put that shit under immense heat to really test it.
Right. And so that's what happened. The Lord telling everybody that he's testing them too, because he got people in this thing. They prove as different things, like tin. Everything got a different melting. How would you say threshold? If I could say it like that. So
a melting point.
A melting point. So Mugs out there is not gold. They're not silver. They don't have those qualities or those attributes to when they are in trouble or in some adversity, they don't shed off the negative attributes about themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what gold does. Once you heat it up, it brings all those other metals to the top. And what they do, they skim them off and they throw them to the side. So what happens is you purify it. So you got different gold too, different purifications too. So I allow that. What's the Zaquan? What's the highest purity? What is like 24?
24 karat.
So boom, you might come into this truth. The Lord ain't really hit you with no heat yet. So you might come into this truth like fucking 14 karat gold. And you still got a lot of impurities in you because 14 karat is not pure. So what happens is the Lord put you through that fire and start refining you more and more and more. And and those impurities start to come out of you as he's throwing you through trials and tribulations. And so, you know, and then what happens is you go from 14 to 16. And as much as you keep going, you go from 6, if you get the analogy, I'm saying. So the Lord,
because gold is a soft metal. So what they do is like with 24 karat gold is real soft, it's easy to bend. But with 18 karat and 10 karat, what they do is they add other metals to it to make it hard. So it could be like more solid, like to make a ring or something like that. Because gold is a real soft metal in its purest form.
Right, but we need to have that with us too.
So the lower the carats you drop from 24, the more other metals is in it to make it more like if you get grills, you can't get no 24 karat grills. Because they'll be too, like when you put grills in your mouth, they gotta be like hard enough to wrap them like around your teeth. You don't want them like bending up and shit because they won't fit no more. So normally people get their grills around 14 karat or 10 karat gold because those other metals in it make the grills hard enough.
See, hey, and that's those impurities. But what is the Lord looking for? He's looking for gold and refined silver. That's what he's looking for. If you not that, he not fucking with you. Like, yo, the Lord don't want no. Hey, the Lord don't want no grill mixed with no other metals. He want that straight cut, no chaser.
Like how Thuggo drink his Hennessy.
Straight cut. No, straight like, and that's what our people gotta understand though, is that how the Lord's his nature, like how he moves and stuff, what he wants and what he requires from us, man. Like, you know, we coming in these times, it's like what we saying, but repent. And for the brothers and sisters that stumble across this video that's in the truth, understand that the shit that you going through ain't for like GP. The Lord ain't doing it because he just want to do it to you. He's trying you, refining you, making you better. Because there's a day that's coming called Jacob's trouble, that all that you've been doing is going to be tested. That test day is going to show was you bullshitting. And what was the time that you were supposed to get right? Is the grace period. Right. So when JT pop off, you have that faith. You have deeds already. You got stuff. That's like equivalent to studying for a test, man. So when that test day happens, you not taken unaware, ass out, don't know nothing about nothing that's going on.
The beautiful thing about being in this truth is that, like you said, it preps us. It's not like we just faced with Jacob's trouble. It's like, we had hella practice over the years of being in the truth, of going through different things to like weather the storm of Jacob's trouble.
Right.
You know, it's not like not saying that a person that woke up 3 weeks ago that faced Jacob's trouble won't be able to get through it, but I'm just saying, like, he don't have enough coaching and prepping of the hardships of the truth to when Jacob's trouble come to face it and deal with it.
Right.
Because that's like his second, third, or fourth hardship. He just he just came in like 6 months ago.
So he don't really know about like the ups and downs, or like, you know what I mean? He never been through these different hardships to prep him for Jacob's trouble. And that's the beautiful thing about being in his truth or having some win in the truth to a bit. It kind of give you like, it kind of hardens you and give you endurance to face certain tribulation.
Right.
Right, Con. Hey, what does it say in Isaiah 33:6? And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful one.
Mm-hmm. Keep you mentally stable. Like when you seeing certain shit, like this is going to be like no other time. So you got people that go to war, go across seas and go to war. They come back with PTSD because they wasn't ready to see bodies split in half and bombs blowing up inside them. They really wasn't ready for that shit. Well, JT is way worse than any time that's been on this earth. So talk about the PTSD that motherfuckers will really get. And just to put some more light on that, when people come back with PTSD, look up this from World War II. They come back not being able to speak, walk, muscles. They go mentally off, like they snap mentally, and they can't function as a normal human being. And they have to have a psychologist make them like act normal again. So when the Lord says wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, the elect are going to be like looking at shit like, yo, if I ain't had this truth, man, like I can see how motherfuckers will go crazy as hell, bro. Motherfuckers will go crazy. And we look at these movies, it's kind of incentivizing us a little bit to it and all of that, but we ain't see it up front. These niggas about to really like trip out. You ever seen a movie where it's post-apocalyptic, all hell is breaking loose, it's fire, and you got this this woman, she just walking on the street. It's the main character, his family driving by, and it's a naked woman just screaming, walking down the just walking. She bugged out. She mentally snapped. She's done. Hey, and this is she and when you going through that time at JT, you might see shit like that for real. I mean, this is a little extreme, but it's not, you know?
No, yeah.
You know? Hey, until the body starts to drop.
Precept, then we're gonna get up out of here.
God, definitely.
Book of Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2. Looking unto Yahweh Shah, the author and the finisher of our faith.
Right. So he's the author and finisher of our faith. Read on.
Who for the joy that was set before him.
What's the joy? The elect being sealed, the kingdom being set up, him going back on the right hand side of the Father and being certified. So him, from the joy that was set before him, read on.
Endured the cross.
Endured the pain of the cross. And that's heavy. So it's just like, yo, I see the glory of the next step. So what the fuck I gotta go through, I'ma deal with that. The vision of me doing this, of us being in the truth, of us getting through Jacob's trouble, which is the kingdom, the brotherhood, the setup of the rulership of Yahushua, our enemies put down. All of those beautiful things to come is what's going to help us endure Jacob's trouble. Just like our big bro, Yahushua, he endured the cross from the joy that was set before him. That's what helped them get through it, by knowing that. And that's why people don't have no end goal in this world. So when they going through shit, they can't see the benefits of it towards the end. They just hoping that it turn out this way type shit. Right. And that's why they lose it and be discombobulated and lose faith. You know? But I just wanted to drop that. But we can close out. We like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Shalom, Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
One day we should talk about that.